Shalom, friends, and welcome back to this week's installation of a Bisseleh Torah, literally a little Torah. In this week's Sidra, which is called Bahalotcha, we are dealing with the kindling of the Menorah. That artifact, which perhaps is the greatest symbol of the Jewish people, well beyond that of the Magen David, the Star of David. So what do we know from this week's Sidra? It begins with Bahalotcha et Nerot, when you kindle the lights of the Menorah, and it says El Mul Pnei HaMenorah, against the center piece or the face of the menorah. The rabbis understand this to mean that you've got series of wicks on the right-hand side of the menorah and a series of equal number of wicks on the other side of the menorah, and each one of those 6 wicks represents the knowledge that humanity collects to itself. The sciences, whether it's chemistry, astronomy, physics, no matter what it might be, they represent the learning that we collect by ourselves, for ourselves, to be engaged with the world and to give back to the world at the same time. That the menorah represents, at least those 6 sides of the menorah represent the learning that we're supposed to be engaged with in the world. And think about this from a religious point of view, that we are being told by our faith, by Judaism, by our sages, that we are supposed to be immersed in this world, not disengaged from this world, not cloistered away, not as a monk or Jewish monk or a Nazir would be, but rather learning, toiling away at whatever it is that we feel that the gift is that we should learn from this world so we can give it back to the world. God gave us a world that is based on truth, that is based on science, and we are supposed to be learning more about that so we can help ourselves and help one another. But there's a central fire that also burns in the menorah, and this central fire is Pnei HaMenorah, the face of the menorah, the central burning flame, which represents Torah. That we have all the sciences that we're supposed to be engaged with and learning throughout our life, but the central focus is always going to be God. This, by the way, the learning of the sciences and the central focus of God is all from none other than the Vilna Gaon. It comes with great authority. So why is it that the central focus is always Torah? Because we want to do things for the right reason. We're not supposed to learn so that we can become wealthy, so that we can beat other people into the ground. The purpose is to always be moral, to be God-fearing individuals who do things for the right reason. And if we always are tethered to Torah, we will be engaged with the world, but engaged with the world in such a way so as not to hurt one another, but rather to help one another. And that's the focus and the meaning of the central wick of the menorah. Shabbat Shalom.